Good morning, everyone. So, again, I'm sure you guessed, today we are doing a full day of eating from Obese to Beast, of course, keto version. I've been really excited about this day. And so, let's talk a minute about Obese to Beast really quickly. Just to give you a few ideas, so he's actually about my age, I believe. Now, though, he's a man. He's about 5'8" and he weighs 210 pounds. Also, he exercises like crazy, a little bit of cardio and also quite a bit of like CrossFit. So we have very different stats. Once again, like when I did Will Tennyson. So in that case, I mean, of course, I am gonna adapt it to myself, not only for keto but also for portion sizes, because I definitely still do not eat 3,000 calories a day or nowhere close to that. So the portions are gonna be a lot smaller than what he's actually eating. He recently came out with a video of what I eat in a day, microwave food pretty much. I decided to not do this one. I took his video from before. Now, I actually really love this video before because even if it does take a little bit more prep, it's still very easy, it's still very simple, and it's still very quick. So that should be a great day for me because, I mean, that's everything that I like, as you know. So let's jump into our full day of eating as Obese to Beast keto version. First, he actually starts his day with some supplements and also some coffee, which is perfect because that's usually what I do myself. So supplements, I obviously don't have the same that he has. I have my own, but here is what I have. This electrolytes pretty much. It's those are really great. Sometimes I also use a like Mio thing that you just put in water, kind of like Gatorade. Have some multivitamins. Again, since keto sometimes like is still a restrictive diet, it's always nice. I don't take them every day, but I do take them about 3 times a week, like more or less one day out of two. Then for coffee, I don't know how he takes his, if he takes it black or not, but I do not like black coffee. I do love coffee, just not black. So in mine, I put this, the hazelnut sugar-free. It's my favorite. I love it. I use it every day. It has 0 calorie per 2 tablespoons. Obviously, it's not really 0 calorie, but I mean, hard to beat. Some unsweetened coconut milk, just a little bit. I don't do a full serving size of this. I just use like a couple of tablespoons pretty much. Sugar-free like sweetener, like 0 calorie sweetener. Those are great. I always use stevia for my coffee. It's perfect. And on top of that, I do use some coconut oil. I use very little in my coffee though. I use maybe like a teaspoon at most, maybe even like half a teaspoon, because I mean, yeah, it helps me, it's good, it's healthy, but at the end of the day it's pure fat, and I usually rather be eating my fat than drinking it, so that gives me a little boost for the morning, but I don't use like a full serving size or anything like that, just a little bit, and that's about it. So I'm gonna get that going and I will see you back in a little bit. Okay, coffee is going. I use those little cups. There's a hazelnut. I have a real thing with hazelnut coffee. Coffee is ready. There are about like 10 ounces, so I'm just gonna add some coconut milk, then just a little bit of syrup. I'm gonna add the coconut oil, I'm gonna add a little bit of sweetener, and coffee will be all set. I don't always eat for breakfast, so his breakfast doesn't bother me at all. In fact, it's totally fine. Like as long as I have my things like coffee, multi, electrolyte, like whatever, however I make it every morning, I'm pretty happy. Plus, he does have a couple of snacks later on before lunch, so that should be plenty for me. So coffee is done. Electrolyte, I never mention it, but I actually drink a lot of water. I drink about like a gallon a day, so that is gonna go really fast. And I also have my multi, which I'm gonna be taking with all of that. I will see you back for our next snack, which is gonna be coming pretty soon. It's about snack time, and it's perfect because I am getting a little bit hungry. It's 11:20. So for its first snack, Obese to Beast has a protein bar, which is exactly what I'm gonna have. My favorite ones are the Atkins. Those are just delicious. It's 160 calories, 13 grams of protein, and only 4 grams net carb. 4 grams actually a little bit, but most of those like protein bars and even like treats are gonna be around 3 to 5, so it's very reasonable, and honestly they taste the best from everything that I've tried, and so I am really excited about that snack. It's gonna give me a little boost to hold me until second snack. So they are pretty small, just so you know, they are not big. I mean, I guess you can have 2 if you want. I feel like 1 is plenty. Plus, it's very chocolatey. Like, it's all chocolate pretty much. So it gets like, for me, 1 is more than enough. Delicious. So I only work around like 4:30 p.m. I have a few free hours. I am gonna be exercising for a little bit since we are doing Obese to Beast and he exercises a lot. I figured it's a perfect moment to get in my workout, and then we have our second snack. Now that we are done with our little, very light mini exercise session, I'm gonna be having Obese to Beast second snack, which is a salad. I am discovering that a salad is apparently a very popular snack among fitness people. I'm not a fan of salad as a snack, but because we are following his day, I'm gonna have this salad kit. He has the honey Dijon kit or whatever. I got this one and there is no sauce in it, so I'm simply gonna be adding some ranch dressing. That's my favorite dressing. Sometimes I use Caesar, but almost always go with ranch. And obviously I'm not going to be eating the full bag. It is a small bag, but I'm probably going to be eating about half of it. And that should be fine to hold me until the actual lunch, since it's already almost 1 p.m. Time for some lettuce. This was a very easy prep. Just open the bag, rinse the lettuce, dry the lettuce, add the ranch, about 2 tablespoons, something like that, more or less. And that's about it. Let's eat our salad. What is it with salad as a snack? I mean, yeah, I know like it's low calorie and so on, but I mean, why not just like, I don't know, maybe some veggies with some hummus? I don't know, something just as simple and just as quick and also kind of low calorie but not actual lettuce. I mean, it's fine. I like I like a salad, but that just, I mean, yeah. I didn't even add salt in it. I just like dropped it into my plate and nothing more. I am done with my salad. I mean, pretty filling. It's a lot of volume for very little calories, even though I did add quite a bit of ranch in it, so not as low calorie anymore, but still quite low. I'm guessing I'm around like 150 or something like that, maybe 180 for the entire thing. I have to plug it. But yeah, it was fine. For his actual lunch, he actually has a sandwich, which I love, a good old sandwich. I mean, easy, simple, quick. How can you go wrong with that? So I am gonna rest for a little bit because right after lunch I have to go to work for a few hours and it's time to relax, because even if I only work at 4:30 p.m. today, I've been up since 7 a.m. running around. So time for a little break. I will see you guys after back for lunch. We are back for lunch. It's about 2:30 p.m. so perfect time. I'm hungry and it's time to eat, so that's the good news. Obese to Beast has a sandwich with some chips in his lunch. Perfect for me. I love a good sandwich, and very easy and very quick, very little prepping, which also means very little dishes. So I have 2 slices of keto bread, same as I always use. I'll be toasting them though, so a lot better. I also have some regular cheese. He has dairy-free cheese because he says dairy doesn't sit well with his stomach, but thankfully for me, dairy works great, so I have regular cheese. I have some mayonnaise to go with, and of course some ham and some turkey. Now for the chips, last time, I don't know if you guys saw, but I used like those palm crisps that are made of cheese that are really delicious, but I'm out of it and they are pretty expensive, so it's not something I buy all the time. However, if you do like chips and you're looking for a substitute, something that's just as good and just as cheap, if not cheaper, are pork rinds. I got the barbecue flavor this time. I always have some in my house, so I'm gonna use that on the side to go with my sandwich. Sandwich is ready, and now the final touch. Some pork rinds to go with it. So I mean, very basic but also very good, so that's gonna be nice. Lunch is over and it was good. It was just a sandwich. It tastes like any other sandwich. Now the thing with keto is like to make a sandwich you need keto bread, which can be a little bit expensive. I mean, it's not $2. Like the pack I have, I believe, like regular size, and it costs about like $4.50, which is actually really not bad because I've seen some keto bread going all the way up to $9 for a pack. This one is not bad. I found it in Sprouts, so it's okay. Now on keto, you can also make your own bread. You have many different sort of bread that work that you can make and that are pretty easy. I've actually never tried any of them because I can only do so much. Like I already picked up like baking. I make my own treat now. Like I didn't have any interest into making bread. So I've never tried. I buy this one, but it's totally up to you. And other than that, like I have to go to work in about an hour. I'm slowly gonna get ready and I will be back for dinner as soon as I am done, because I know for sure that I'm gonna be hungry, and we are gonna have his specialty that he features in every single videos and that he seems to be eating literally every day. So I'm really excited about trying it, and I'll see you back then. I am back from work. It is kind of late and I'm hungry, so right now we are gonna be making our last meal of the day, which is gonna be some stir fry, because it's a big specialty from Obese to Beast. I am sure he literally eat that every day, so let's get to it. For our stir fry tonight, we are gonna be using some olive oil. Using cooking spray, but because I was actually kind of low on my calories and because this makes everything taste so much better, that's what we are using. Then we are also using some red bell pepper, some onion as always, some mushrooms that I'm gonna be chopping up, obviously some chicken, and for the rice we are gonna be using some cauliflower rice. And for the sauce, he uses like a Panda Express sauce, which I don't have, and I actually found it in store, but it's really high carbs. So I'm gonna be using some banana pepper. It's about 1 gram of carb per serving, which a serving size is 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna be using 1 tablespoon of that. And while everything is cooking, because I'm starving, I'm gonna do exactly like him. I'm gonna be eating some raspberries because those are my favorite fruits and they are totally fine on keto. Here we have all of our ingredients, about 50 grams of chicken. I forgot to mention some chilies. I just remember it when I saw it in my fridge, so since I have it, I'm gonna use it. About 10-15 grams of onion, about 20 grams of bell pepper, and about 25 grams maybe of mushroom. I'm gonna heat up the olive oil, about 1 tablespoon, and throw everything together in the pan, including that half tablespoon of cauliflower rice. First the cauliflower rice, and now everything else. Gonna let it cook for a little bit, keep stirring it, and when things start getting done, I'll add some spices. It's pretty much gonna be some salt, pepper as always, onion powder as always, garlic powder as always. Everything is still cooking. It's probably gonna take a few minutes, which is fine. In the meantime, I am gonna eat my raspberries. I love raspberries. And our stir fry is almost done. I'm gonna throw that in my plate and also add some delicious sauce, and we'll be having dinner. So I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of the sauce and ready to eat. I don't make that many like Asian dish, so I never really know how they are gonna turn out. But it actually smells really good, so, and the sauce is also really good. It's spicy. I might have put a little bit too much chili. Good thing I like spicy, but it is spicy. And it's also missing salt, because I never have enough salt. Obese to Beast ends this day with some yogurt and some protein powder. I had plenty of protein today, so I'm gonna have the yogurt, but instead of putting some protein powder in it, I'm simply gonna put some peanut butter. So this is the yogurt that I use. It's a keto yogurt. It's really good. It actually tastes like a regular yogurt, so I highly recommend. It's actually not that expensive compared to other yogurt, so good news. That's my favorite peanut butter. It's a natural Skippy. It's great. It's one of the cheapest one. I've already mentioned it. And just to help a little bit, I'm also gonna add some sweetener in the yogurt. And I think that's gonna be just fine. I put about a half a cup of yogurt, and now it's time for the most important part, which is peanut butter, of course. A little bit of sweetener. This is probably not the best sweetener to put in, but that's all I have at the moment, so we make it work. I have tried peanut butter with yogurt before, and it's really not bad at all. That's the first time I'm gonna be testing it with extra sweetener, so we'll see how that comes out. Pretty good. It's all gone. Not my favorite dessert. Honestly, I rather have a treat or an ice cream or an actual like protein bar like I had today earlier as my first snack. But still very good. I mean, as long as there is peanut butter in it, I'm pretty happy. So in that case, it ended up working just fine. And we are done with our full day of eating. So Obese doesn't post any macro. I am going to post mine somewhere here on the screen, just to give you an idea of how it looked. I ended up having about 29, I believe 28% protein. Ideally on keto you want to be around 20%. I'm honestly not afraid of protein whatsoever. Some days I eat more, some days I eat less. Doesn't really matter as long as I'm in somewhere around 18 to 30%. I'm happy with it, especially now that I've started exercising a little bit. So not a big deal. My carbs were good, my fat were good overall. The food was good, honestly. The stir fry ended up being my favorite one. Funny enough, I didn't expect it, so I guess I made it right. But it was a very fun day eating as him. I love trying like those challenges, like make everything keto, because I end up trying like new recipes and quite a few. So that was really fun, and I'll definitely be doing some more of those. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumb up, subscribe, and let me know if there is anyone in particular that you would like me to copy, and I'll be very happy to try it. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.